Did they ever respond to you publicly before the most recent incident?
In different little, little ways, like, you know what I mean? Like little interviews here and there. They throw their little jack. Well, I'm not gonna say they, so because when I say they, people will look at that and be like, "You talking about all of them?" When I'm really not. Um, Sheik would say like little things in interviews. Uh, P not really, but he did a few times. So what people have to realize is this, right? When I first left, I released a statement publicly. It's probably still on Google right now. I released a statement publicly telling people that I was leaving the group and why I was leaving. And I made it like I was real specific with why I was leaving. I said, listen, this is between me and Luch. Luch is the reason why I'm leaving. It has nothing to do with anybody else. And things got a little carried away, and SP felt the need to step in and take up for Sheik, which in this the same thing he did in this instance, right? From the math thing, he was the first one to say something when he wasn't even the one that I was talking about really in the interview. You know what I'm saying? So he stepped up in like protection mode, and that's how that whole thing came about. But as I stated on the interview, it was never about like a lot of people, even to this day, they try to, like I said, create scenarios in their mind because whatever people don't care about the truth. That's what I learned. They only care about what makes sense in their mind.
Nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining.
Right. They only care about what makes sense in their mind. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you could tell a person exactly what took place, but if that's not what they want to hear, I'm like, nah, I couldn't have took place like that. When it's like common sense too, it's like it'd be like, yo, it's right there in your face, but you just don't want to believe it because it's not what you want to hear, type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right? They don't accept people being logical.
Yeah, like it's crazy, man, for real.
So Styles, he ended up responding to you, right? And you stated that his response was 90% untrue and that he wouldn't be so mad if it wasn't true. So
Mhm.
he said in his response that there were people that had the drop on you, wanted to put hands on you, and he protected you. When you first saw his response, what was your immediate reaction?
Um, I was disappointed, to be honest with you. Uh, it was totally unexpected. When he said that specific thing, I didn't see what that had to do with anything. You feel what I mean? Like that had absolutely nothing to do with the topic at hand. But maybe he did have people that was calling him, telling him that because you had a lot of people running around trying to do things to impress them and all that, try to get on their good side and get in their good grace. So he could have very well had people calling him. But so did I though. I had people calling me, telling me the same type of stuff like, "Yo, I ain't go front. We see them right now. We could do such and such. What up?" And I'm like, "No, why? Like, because if something ever was to take place, first of all, I never wanted anything to take place like that because if I did, the softest nigga could pick up a weapon and do anything or make a call. Like anybody, you don't have to be. It don't matter who you are. Anybody's capable of doing something like that. But I always was on, under the mindset of, like, look, I'm not. It ain't even that serious. And if first and foremost, the way I look at beef and things like that, listen, I'm going to have to be the one. First of all, I got to be in a financial space, in a good enough financial space to be able to not only fight off a group, but then fight the lawyers in court. You know what I'm saying? For the stuff that happened after that. And I wasn't in no position to do that. So I'm not out here trying to impress nobody and do all this type of stuff. I live the way I want to live and I view things the way I view things. So it was like when he said that, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about, man? Like, who cares if you had people that was telling you this and that? You could have, like, so what? If they would have did something, what would they have been doing it for? Because I revealed the truth about what was taking place, like behind closed doors, and it was grimy, and then it might have painted y'all to look a certain way that y'all didn't want the public to see y'all in. Like, come on, bro. But yeah, it was 90% lies. I give him 90%. I say the other 10%, um, because some of the stuff that he said he did, they actually did because I brought that up during the interview. Like when he said, "Yo, we gave you your name," I said that. I mean, my name was my name anyway because I use my actual real name. But he did suggest that I use Hood as my rap name. And I spoke on that during the interview and I told people that. And he also said, I bet you didn't tell him that. I was the one who said, yo, I would have, you know, I'm gonna take care of everything for you if you wanted to leave. And I said that too in the interview. You know what I'm saying? That's how I knew that he didn't watch the whole thing. That's what let me know. I'm like, he's reacting off of clips that he's seeing online.
Right, but it also seemed like he didn't watch all the segments that Math put out specifically about your situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was reacting off of the clips that Math was putting up on Instagram instead of watching the whole thing on YouTube. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure people was tagging him in the joints, and he was just seeing them, and he was just like, oh, man, like instead of like really sitting back, peeping the whole thing out to see where I'm coming from and hear my perspective. You dig what I'm saying? And they didn't do that. He just jumped out the window a little too fast, and it seemed like it came from an emotional space. That's me. I could be wrong, but from me analyzing things and hearing, you know, his response, it seemed like it was emotional to me a little bit.
I definitely agree with you on that. It definitely did feel emotional, in his response.